Starting things off, Rekka Orsi on the left side of the screen, Italy. On the right is Brazil. Nice soft block there from Valentina. The poke over cover, nicely done from Carol.
Smart pass from Barbara to lob that across the center of the court to Carol onto. You just want to keep Valentina moving and not balanced and square at the net, and you want to take advantage of those opportunities.
The lefty. Little lefty on lefty here, Barbara Seixas. And Rekka into the block of Carol, and starting things off, trying to put her imprint at the net this game.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have a new blocks leader. Carol came in with 15. Valentina came in with 15. Carol now at 16. Just took her one defensive point to get it.
Deep float serve. Pushing Rekka. Poking to the line. Barbara's there. Barbara going behind. Nice hand dig from Rekka to keep that one alive. Carol out wide, and she hammers one cross court. Nice rally here from both teams.
And already the crowd is deafening. A phenomenal start for Brazil because they're on the bad side right now. And Rekka, when they switch sides, will be on the most difficult corner of the court.
3-0 start, and there's a big break. And a sigh of relief for Rekka Orsi.
I love that reaction from Rekka where she just looks at Valentina and says, okay, now we can play.
Sometimes you just need to get that first one under your belt, whether it's a missed serve or a side out. One of the best servers we have in the women's game, Valentina Gottardi. What a touch over her shoulder, Travis. Their chance here for Brazil, and they get it, but unbelievable awareness from Valentina.
Valentina, in the two defensive points Italy has had, she's had excellent touches on both. The first one required a cover from Barbara and an option from Carol. The second, also an athletic move by Valentina to extend the play. So no clean side outs yet from Brazil.
Serve pressure staying on Rekka. Nice hand set from Valentina. Excellent vision and touch that time from Orsi.
And this is what I'm intrigued to watch in this matchup, Kyle, is the composure of Orsi. Now, yes, she's 4 years older. She's 25, Valentina 21, but she doesn't have the experience at this level that Valentina has.
Nice serve to the sideline of Barbara. Orsi is there, but the arms not in the right spot to corral that dig.
And that's a play that, one, Valentina's former partner, Marta Menegatti, I think makes 8 or 9 times out of 10. And that's a play that I think Rekka's going to make more often than not. That one just got away from her. But if Barbara's messing with that pocket right into Rekka's platform, that's going to come back to bite him.
Orsi cross court. Barbara's there. This ball tight to the net. Nice save from Carol. This ball passed a little bit tight, and Valentina not able to read that ball coming off the net.
Difficult ball for Valentina to make that read on as the wind was just tugging it and tugging it. Now watch, she has it. The wind just pushes it a little bit too close to the net for her to option and unable to set it. And now the young Italians will take a timeout, down a little bit early to the veterans.
Yeah, and I think I just agree with you, Travis. Most of the time I agree with you, but talking about Rekka Orsi in the composure. And can she handle the side-out pressure? Because everybody knows in the stadium, she's going to get served most of these balls. You don't want to serve Valentina. She's so darn good. So can Rekka handle that pressure, find ways to be creative, steady out when she doesn't side out that first ball? Can she do something different on that second ball? Go behind, change the look. Because Barbara and Carol, they're veterans. They're going to continue to apply pressure and apply pressure.
And what's tough for Italy is that Rekka is going to be on the hardest side of the court to play. That back right corner where she is right now is the most difficult. And so it's going to be a test. Already Rekka has the best finish of her Beach Pro Tour career in her first event with Valentina, and now she's going to get tested.
Good pass, and there's a jump set from Valentina. The line dig is done. Trouble here. Barbara just trying to keep that one in, but Not many women's athletes on the Beach Pro Tour jump setting, and there you see Valentina whipping it out.
And the jump set looked great.
Yes.
And it came out clean. I would prefer to see Valentina take it. I think you're not going to get served more than 3 balls in this whole match. You see an opportunity like that, green light, go for the kill.
Barbara goes inside. Good pull from Valentina. Opportunity there. Barbara using the equipment for the sharp cut.
Barbara just taking a note from our previous 2 victors, Christian Storm and Martins Plavin, saying, I see you getting all the tape kills. I'll have one too.
The cheers from the crowd. Barbara and Carol. Nice swing and an excellent out-of-system set from Valentina Gottardi.
That's a fantastic play from Rekka. A very difficult sidewinding serve to Rekka's line, and then the out-of-system set from Valentina was perfect. But that is a difficult ball to hit, and Rekka still snaps it into the angle.
Carol off the hands. The soft baby line shot goes down.
Excellent from Carol, and it's been strange seeing this medal drought for Barbara and Carol. 6 events they've gone without a medal, the longest of their 3-year partnership, because when you watch them play like this, they're phenomenal. They're so difficult to stop.
They just do everything so well. And Rekka using that sharp angle again, the lefty carving up Brazil.
Smooth. And this is a different role for Rekka as in her former partnership with Giada Bianchi, who also made the main draw out of the qualifier. Giada got the majority of the serves, and I had to coach against Rekka and Giada when I was coaching Betsy and Julie, and we didn't let Rekka touch the ball. And so it's fun to see her in a different role where now she's the one with the service pressure. It's always interesting to see how players respond to that.
And I love that just a little bit ago, Rekka was playing the NCAA at LMU. She'll go back to FIU for this last year. Sorry. She was at FIU this last year. She is done now at NCAA, but she transitions to the Beach Pro Tour playing Olympians comparative to NCAA. So it's just a crazy transition for her. Holy smokes, Travis. Valentina Gottardi detonating there.
If anyone was wondering why no one serves Valentina Gottardi the ball,
Goodness.
that might be the last one she gets for a hot minute.
That set was a little bit off the net. What an angle from Gottardi. Oh, and Gottardi just a second early. She's so good at that timing on swatting those balls.
And she makes the right move. She makes that big step into the angle and a big away shot block. Now watch this. Big step into the angle, delays it, perfect. It's just a better shot from Barbara.
Can't touch all of them. 10-6 for Barbara and Carol. Rekka out wide. And a brilliant high line. Composure, Rekka starting to settle into this game.
That was just a pretty sequence of volleyball. No surprise that they didn't go back to Valentina.
The fantasy stat leader between the men and the women, Valentina Gottardi. Maybe the first pick next time we do the draft. That serve a little too hot off the hand of Gottardi.
And she is the best server in the world. And she is currently one of the best servers in this tournament. And so you have a situation where you have Valentina, the aggressive server, Rekka, the more controlled one. And I think that if they're going to win this match, you need to let Valentina stay aggressive from the service line.
Valentina trying to go hammer across court, trying to go a little too sharp. That one catches the net.
Just goes too sharp with it on that one. Tries to go with that big heroic angle when the heroic angle wasn't needed. I respect Brazil for testing Valentina again.
Right back to Rekka they go. And that was one of those balls where she could have optioned over on one. Valentina aggressive. High off the hands, another touch. Valentina again. Cross court. I don't think that one catches the sideline. Line judge has it out. Up ref has it out. We're going to have a challenge here from Rekka.
I've also got this one is just out of bounds. And the scrappiness in defense of Brazil.
Yes.
2 Herculean swings from Valentina. Both of them come back the other way from Barbara, and that's what happens. You just digs lead to opportunities, and you extend the play long enough, eventually you're going to get a gift, and they got one.
And I love how aggressive Valentina is on her approach and on her swings. Just got to reel it in a little bit and got to find some sand. Doesn't need to be perfect. This ball drifting tight and into the hands of Carol, and she dunks that one down for the block.
And what a start this is for Barbara and Carol. Had a little bit of trouble in pool play, got swept by the Klinger sisters, Rania and Dorina, and then earlier today had to beat Agatha and Rebecca. And how's that for a 9th place match? You get 4 Brazilian legends on the court. Barbara and Agatha, of course, famously playing with each other during the 2016 Olympic Games, winning a silver medal. So they've been tested today. Meanwhile, Italy, they've just been sitting around. It's late in the day. It's 10 after 5. And you always got to wonder, for me, Kyle, when I was playing, I hated those weights because I was just nervous and fidgeting, and sure, you can go out and scout, but you want to play a little bit. And they came out and did a serve and pass earlier today, just a light practice, and which is the right thing to do, but they've just come out a little bit sluggish.
Yeah, and that's the benefit of, like you said, playing that match in the morning. You have the reps, you're in that competitive mode, you're getting out those first set jitters. That's where Italy maybe will reset here after set number 1 again. Set number 1 not over yet, but a healthy lead here for Brazil, up 14-7. Orsi Toth going behind out of the middle. Barbara's all over it. Bump set there from Carol, but it's dug. Okay, down the line. Barbara with a nice full layout, but out of the reach of her partner.
That was a really nice touch from Barbara down the line. And again, Brazil makes Italy work so hard just for simple side outs. That's how many times it took them just to get 1 kill.
Barbara takes a look. She chips over the line. The lefty is pure.
And playing Barbara and Carol, it's just a pick your poison type deal for the defense. Do you want to have to deal with the perfect shots and vision of a Barbara, or do you want to deal with the physicality of a Carol? They're going with Barbara at the moment, and down 8-15, maybe that was the unwise choice.
We have a big blocker like Valentina Gottardi. It might be an opportunity to challenge the big heavy hitter of Carol, as you see Rekka poke back towards the line for the kill.
And Rekka's doing a nice job settling back in offensively. She had a slow start, but Valentina hasn't been perfect either. She had that one incredible swing, but aside from that, she's been off a little bit as well. Rekka's starting to settle into this match a bit.
That ball off the block. Another chance. Good movement here from Brazil. And the set out wide to Carol, and she hammers. There's the heat we were talking about.
The precision on the set from Barbara, that's just an experience thing, this play. Just the bump set shoot right out to Carol, right on the money. Excellent play from Brazil.
Jump serve from Carol. Option from Valentina, the first option we've seen from Valentina Gottardi.
It's a good volleyball play. Good serve from Carol, excellent pass from Rekka, and then Valentina step closing out to the left to get that right shoulder on the ball, and a really nice swing as Carol was running up.
So now Italy chipping the ball the way of Carol, using her vision, says, I see you, Rekka, there. I'm going to chip it to the cut.
And Carol playing really smart as well. We haven't seen her fully unload on the ball. She's just shooting around and slapping and chopping around the block of Valentina.
Another good pass from Rekka. Rekka poking deep, and that one goes down. The jumbo poke for Rekka Orsi Toth.
Rekka's showing off some excellent control with the pokes. We've seen a cut poke, a poke back to the line, now the jumbo poke. Difficult to stop.
So Valentina back to the service line, trying to break the rhythm of Brazil's side out. They've just been passing the ball so well. And there's right on cue, a little bit of trouble on the pass. A chance here for Italy. Good heat, but it's dug. Barbara gonna poke deep. Valentina chasing that one all the way to the back line.
Carroll did such a nice job lobbing that free ball in an uncomfortable position for Valentina, and that earned Brazil another opportunity in transition with Barbara, but sends that poke just a little bit too long. Now, we've seen big comebacks in this wind. There is no other individual in this field you want at the service line to bring you back down from a 5-point hole than Valentina Gottardi.
Whew, that thing's moving, but it's a tight pass over the net. Valentina Gottardi misreading that overpass. Oh man, big error.
That's a haunting one. And I'm not sure what Valentina saw here. Now the wind pushed it just a little bit, but I don't know why she was backing away, because there was no threat of a quick attack. Bummer to see if you're an Italian fan.
There's another tight ball from Valentina Gottardi, and a little bit of frustration on the face of Gottardi after that set.
Frustration abound for Italy is it's these small ball control touches that are just getting away from them, and that's something that Barbara and Carroll do so exceptionally well. Windy conditions are their friend.
It's better set to Rekka off the block. Good move there defensively. Free ball for Valentina. The set gets pushed wide, and Valentina falling away into the net.
I think Rekka might have overcompensated for the side wind on that, trying to send it through the wind, and she sent it fully through the wind, and Valentina has to step close out to the left, fading, and then tries to hit a perfect cut shot swing as Brazil just rolls on.
20-12. Brazil with their first set point. Nice swing from Orsi. Nobody up. She gets the kill.
And that's what Italy needs. They just need to settle into their ball control. They just need to have a better pass set going into this second set, and that's a perfect example. Rekka is really, she's been relatively smooth inside out in the second half of the set.
On the line, Rekka on the run, gets a hand on it, but goes to the back line, and Brazil, they touch the ball better than Italy in this game, and they get rewarded for the massive victory in set number one, 21-13, 8-point victory over Italy.
The veterans, experience. I think the more adverse the conditions, the more experience plays such a pivotal role in success for a beach volleyball team, and Barbara and Carroll have more experience than anyone left in the field at the moment, and it's showing right now as rain starts to come into our booth.
Well, we had some rain yesterday. We weren't in the booth yesterday. The booth got a little bit wet. Today, forecast looked a little bit better, but the rain has started to come down. Fans starting to move. We're going to get a little bit wet. Not a problem. Our players are going to get wet, but just part of the gig here, Travis.
This is beach volleyball. It's a sport that's on the beach. You play in all conditions, and I love it. And I was joking with Therese Cannon last night. Said, you guys make some windy rain ball look good. And she said, well, after playing a couple months on the AVP League where we just play inside in stadiums, it's nice to get back into some weather.
Yes, indeed. Perks of being outside. You get to deal with the elements. And so now, another factor here. And there's another jump set from Valentina. That one goes down, though, for Rekka Orsi.
Is Valentina the best female jump setter?
I think so. I can't picture anyone else at the moment who jump sets.
I've seen Kelly Chang do it a couple times in transition, but not in serve receive. So Kelly and Valentina leading the league in best jump setters on the women's side.
And an overpass hammer from Carroll at the net.
And again, it's just these little touches, right? That little touch from Valentina goes over the net and gives a freebie for Brazil instead of an opportunity in transition for Italy. Those are the little ones they have to clean up.
Jump serve from Carroll. This time on the platform of Gottardi. Gottardi, cross-court rip, finds the sand on the pulling Carroll.
And Carroll's one of the best pull diggers in the world, among the pantheon of them in Brazil. That said, pull on Valentina at your own risk.
Yes. Good serve, but right at the platform of Barbara. Barbara looking for that line, maybe a touch. No, neither there. So a rare hitting error for Brazil.
And that's one where I think the wind just pushed it a little bit. Might have been going out of bounds anyway, but just a little gust, as they say in Tin Cup, little gust from the gods, sending that one out of bounds.
Trouble on this pass. Carroll takes a look, looking for some hands, doesn't find it. So back-to-back hitting errors here for Barbara and Carroll.
And this is exactly what Brazil did not do in the opening set. They didn't give away freebies, they didn't make errors, and we see back-to-back errors from Barbara and Carroll, and now it's Italy out to a commanding lead in set number 2.
That float serve goes wide. There's a big break. The fist pump from Barbara. She knows it's important.
And that reaction from Carroll reminded me a lot of the reaction from Rekka after Italy goes down 0-3 and then Brazil missed a serve. Rekka said, okay, where Carroll just takes a breath and she says, okay, vai, vamos, let's go.
Both serve. That one's dropping on Rekka. Nice hand set from Valentina. Rekka again slicing and dicing there from the right.
Now, Rekka's not the most physical player out there, but her chops, especially that angle chop she has, is excellent. Now, the question is, how long will it take Barbara to get the read and start making that play?
Yes, yes. I mean, in credit to Rekka, she's been hitting the high line very well in addition to those chops. So, difficult to defend. Carroll looking to touch it, swatted from Valentina. She's everywhere right now. Rekka trying to put this one away. She does. What an athletic play from Valentina Gottardi.
The athleticism of Valentina, but how about the covering from Brazil, where Valentina has yet to get a block, but she's had her hands on so many shots, so many swings, and yet Brazil just covers and covers and covers and extends the play and makes Italy make a very difficult play to score.
And when you're going up against one of the best blockers that we have in the game right now, you better believe that Brazil come in with a game plan and an awareness to cover balls. When you go up and play Anders Mole, that team knows you got to cover a few balls. And so keeping that in mind, Brazil doing an excellent job doing that. And Carroll, one of the best blockers in this tournament as well. And so they know all about good blockers. And they're doing an excellent job handling the physical presence of Valentina Gottardi.
And the question that must always be asked with young teams is, can they sustain it? Can Rekka Orsi sustain the smooth side out that she has had really since the back half of that opening set? And for me, Kyle, just the body language, the presence, she seems calm.
Yes, I agree. Carroll going behind here into the wind and diving to the line. It's Valentina Gottardi, and that is a scary sight to see if you're Brazil.
There just aren't many women's blockers who can make that move where she's lined up in the angle and makes an Anders Mole-like shift lateral into the line and puts it down perfect.
Cross court, scoop! Valentina's on her way to collect this one and puts up a pretty good set. Free ball, though, deep, giving Valentina time to get back up to the net. Oh, Valentina Poland gets a hand on it. She's got a smile on her face still. You just love to see it.
Is there anyone who can out-hustle a Valentina Gottardi? I think not. She chases that down from the net all the way almost into our booth and then sends it over. Doesn't send Rekka up to the net, says, no, I got it, runs up and then pulls off the net. Just interval sprints here for Italy.
Both serve down the middle. Valentina's going to get a turn. Sets off the net. She goes for the baby dropper. Barbara, a little out of sorts, finds the knuckle and puts it back over for the cut shot kill.
Some things you can't teach. That just comes with 20-some years of experience from Barbara Seixas. Just an instinctual reaction play.
Yeah, I'm opening up the file cabinet for the plays you can't teach. That one's right in there for Barbara. Good set from Valentina. Good adjustment this time from Barbara, chipping out wide. And into the hands, Valentina everywhere right now at the net.
I love that lineup from Valentina. She gives up the line sliver knowing that with the height of that set, it probably wasn't available for Barbara. And so she clamps in the seam, drops that right hand into the angle. Well done.
8-4 Italy. Little floater down the middle. Seixas chipping it over with the right hand this time.
Smart shot, good soft touch from Barbara Seixas, just taking what the defense is giving them. And when players hit with their opposite hand, as a blocker, it's so frustrating because you're not lined up for that. You're lined up for the left hand, and so having that opposite hand attacking available is really quite useful.
Orsi kicking out wide, nobody up, scooping is Barbara, and then an overpass hammer from Valentina Gottardi.
And Barbara and Carol, they're asking for a call for Valentina to be over, but there's just no way, ladies. I'm sorry to say it, but that's just Valentina. She can hit angles that nobody else can hit. That's just the truth of it. The only person I think who can hit that angle might be Brazil's own Ana Patricia.
Yeah. What a swing, and Italy have come out ferocious in the second set. Nice soft touch from Valentina. A little bit of trouble on this second touch. Free ball here for Carol. Cross court, Orsi sitting in the pocket. Another chance, Orsi chipping line into the net. Look at this play here. Still alive. Orsi can have no one up. Goes deep. Carol's there with the hands. And Carol taps it to the back line. The fans are loving it.
And here comes the Brazilian roar. If there's a play that's going to get them on their feet, that is the one, the extended rally going the way of the veterans.
Those are momentum plays in our sport. And now the fans have awoke again. Tough ball, poking into the deep angle, just trying to get that ball in the court and around the block of Carol is Orsi.
Gotta love Rekka watching it all the way down as well. Watch Rekka's reaction here. She just stares it all the way through under the net. Another perfectly placed poke shot from Rekka Orsi.
Right into the platform of Barbara. Barbara, cross-court swing, deep. No one there for Italy.
Deep spatch into the wind, indefensible. Excellent swing from Barbara Seixas. Similar to Rekka, doesn't have an abundance of power, but what she lacks in that, she has craft, precision, and vision.
Short serve to Valentina. Excellent lift on that pass. Nobody up, and Valentina makes Brazil pay.
And Carol turns to Barbara and says, don't worry about it. Any sort of fadeaway swing that tags outside millimeter line, that's just going to work. It's going to get the job done.
And I like the variety of Brazil, just kind of keeping Valentina on her toes with the shorty there. Barbara takes that look, and Valentina trying to time that swap block, but again, that offense, the touch from Barbara Seixas, too good.
And that's the frustrating nature of playing a player like Barbara, where Valentina, again, makes the right move blocking, shuffles into the angle, shuffles one more time, times the block perfect. It's just a better shot.
Back to Valentina. Shipping to the cut. Barbara's there. Carol with the full layout, but not able to keep it alive.
And those were the little touches that were going their way in the first set that haven't quite gone their way in this second set. Meanwhile, on the other side of the net, Italy has settled into the form that got them that bye into the quarterfinals in the first place.
Yes. Again, jumping right into the quarterfinals was Italy after going undefeated in pool play. Carroll takes that look, soft touch, good rundown from Rekka. The little off-speed fluffer from Valentina Gottardi goes down for the kill.
The old poof cannon from Valentina Gottardi. Excellent touch on the block again. Now, one thing that Valentina's really locked in is her blocking lineup and timing. She has been a significantly bigger force at the net in this second set than she was in the first, disrupting the flow of Brazil's offense. Now they're up a commanding 13-8 going into the good side at the tech. And if you just get a nice little sniff of the Rio air, I smell a three-setter coming.
I agree with you. Sniff of a three-setter coming in, but like you said, Valentina's adjustments and timing at the net, so good. The shots that Barbara and Carroll were hitting, mostly Barbara, just high and over till pure in that first set. Not the case here in set number 2. And a commanding lead here, 13-8 for Rekka Orsi Toth and Valentina Gottardi. Love this camera work from our BBTV crew. Getting all the angles. They're right on the court, even in the rain, doesn't matter. Good serve, catching the tape. Nobody up. Carroll working that sideline. Good reaction there from Italy to say, let it go.
It's the exact same play we had just a couple points ago. It's just the teams were flipped. This time it was Valentina pulling off the net, and it was Carroll hitting the sideline, and both the Italian players saying, hey, good swing, just as Brazil said to Valentina that play before.
Nice serve into the deep corner. Excellent roll up from Gottardi. Trouble here. No chance for Orsi Toth. Going to the line, that's fast. And Barbara Stacia's getting stuck up at the net as a blocker.
And I was going to say that this is one of those times where I would have loved to have seen Valentina option that ball, but she might have known that it was Barbara at the net and that Rekka would have been just fine if we just slowed it down and taken it on 3.
Good awareness that time from Valentina. 14-9. Trouble on this pass. Rekka's going to have a turn in transition. Again, she goes back to the line, and that one drops. No movement that time from Barbara.
That was almost an exact replay of the play before. The only difference was that it was Carroll at the net this time, Barbara in defense, and neither player able to make a move for this high line. Rekka just carving it up.
Carroll down the line, Rekka with a good touch. Oh, just out over the net, but Rekka touching everything right now defensively.
An excellent touch from Rekka as she's sliding right. She's shifting into the line, and Carroll catches her to her left side. She's able to stop, almost do a split, and still get a platform on it.
10-15, Brazil still working on this bad side. To the middle, to Valentina, it's an overpass. Cut shot, down the line is Doug Orsi Toth. Can she do it again? She does. And a yell and a roar for Rekka Orsi Toth. She's moving the ball all over the place.
And I know there's plenty of time left in this second set, especially with the streakiness with which it's been played, but that feels like a bit of a backbreaker for Brazil. An excellent opportunity. You get an overpass, a big opportunity in transition, and you don't take it.
And then dial up an ace for one of the best servers we have in our game right now. Valentina Gottardi, wow.
And that's a credit to Italy. You're gifted an opportunity you might not have otherwise had, and you take advantage.
And that's 5 big points on the fantasy board for you, Travis.
That's my leader.
Overhead, Barbara with the cut shot. The soft cut shot goes down.
And Valentina's reaction on that was comical as she just, the eyebrows went up, and it was just one of those, sheesh. That's a good cut shot. Barbara's been doing that for a long time.
Double angle, I believe is the call here from Carroll. On the good side, Barbara and Carroll have some work to do. Now the line at the hands of Carroll. That one slips through.
Now when we were on court peppering earlier before the first men's quarterfinal, Norway versus Gottardi. Note that Christian Sorum made was the balls are still a little bit heavy and waterlogged, and they're now slick again from the rain, and pull digging is not easy in those conditions.
Excellent point. And that swing whizzes by the arms of Rekka Orsi Toth.
Excellent swing from Carroll. And that's one of the first really clean side outs we've seen. We had that cut shot before we switched sides, but Brazil's had trouble getting clean first ball side outs.
Yes, credit to Italy for ramping up the defensive pressure. 12-18. Job from Rekka to get that one off, and a lift violation on that set, and you have a little bit of a befuddled look on your face, Travis.
I have the thinking face emoji at the moment. And what Rekka is asking the ref, I think, is the same thing that I'm wondering is, what's the difference? And he said that Valentina, she caught it lower than the rest.
Got it. And icing the server. There's a little bit of question from Rekka Orsi Toth as Carroll puts that one to the net, gives a gift back to Italy.
There are many different ways to call a timeout in beach volleyball. One is to argue with the ref. When there's no real argument, you get the ice the server and the free point. Who's the veterans now?
Good pass from Barbara. And Barbara a little bit too much on that one. She pushes it wide.
And that's what gave them, that's what dug them this hole in the first place, were errors and errors and more errors. And that's the, there's been a number of them where Barbara's just overturned that line swing.
Heavy serve at the chest, over on two. Orsi Toth's all over it. And Orsi Toth clipping the antenna there. So a break for Brazil.
A break for Brazil, and fortunately for Italy, it comes at a time where you can afford to have that happen, but that's one that you're not going to be able to afford in the third set.
Deep float from Barbara. Rekka, crispy cut shot to end the second set, and that means we're going the distance, fans. A third and final set here on Stadium Court. The Elite 16 in Rio, women's quarterfinal matchup, back and forth and win. Italy, though, come out aggressive in set number two. A whole different attitude, whole different feel on the court for the Italians.
And the day so far, it's going to rookies. Where we saw with Christian Spokerats and Martins Plavins, Spokerats his first full-time year on the Beach Pro Tour. What does he do? Stuns the hottest team in the world in Sweden. Bayo brothers, relative rookies on the Beach Pro Tour. Welcome to your first semifinals. You got a rookie here in Rekka Orsi Toth playing with the youngster in Valentina Gottardi, challenging some podium queens, some legends, some Olympians in Barbara and Carroll. And with the way that this match has trended, with the way that both teams played that second set, I would have to give the slight edge to Italy coming into the third.
I would agree with you there. Look at our statistics. A few more errors on the side of Italy, mostly coming in that first set. They really cleaned up their errors in set number two, a bit more efficient, same amount of attack points. Only one service ace for Valentina Gottardi. But I agree with you. It was that first set, those jitters. We talked about the long waiting period for Italy. They didn't play their first match day till 5 o'clock. Brazil already a match underneath their belt. And so it's just a different feeling. And so sometimes you got to get that first set out of the way, which is exactly what happened. Italy lose that first set. They come back with a vengeance in set number two.
Now, Italy, 2 of their 3 matches, they have gone 3. They won both of them. Can they go 3-0 in 3-set matches in Rio de Janeiro?
Orsi Toth out wide, the cut shot. Barbara's all over it. Barbara takes a look. She hits a cut over on one, goes Rekka, but Barbara chasing it down. And Barbara sneakily under the block of Valentina Gottardi.
And you had to wonder how many times Barbara was going to let that cut shot go from Rekka Orsi Toth. That's the adjustment that veterans make. Not only does she dig it, she just walks right into it, smooth and casual. Granted, took her another attempt to get the kill, but it's that read that she's on. That's the important note from that play.
Klotzer pushing Rekka to that sideline in that bad corner. Another scoop from Barbara. This is a really good set, and it's misdirected both Italian players on that ball.
Now both sets have gone to the team that started hot. Brazil starts hot in the first set, walks all over Italy. Italy starts hot, second set, walks all over Brazil. Italy needs to stop the bleeding right now, but the read is in. Barbara has the read on Rekka. Now how will Rekka respond?
Good lift on that pass. Rekka cross court, another perfect dig. Barbara just sitting there. And down the line it goes. Everything going the way of Brazil. Credit to Barbara Seixas defensively.
And it is a credit to her defensively because as a defender, you make the shuffle into the angle, you get a dig. You make the shuffle into the angle, you get a dig. You would think the guessing game would be that Rekka would switch to the line. Barbara stays put, shuffles into the angle, and gets another one. And I think that Rekka, and this could be where Valentina, a little bit more experience on her part could come in handy. Say, hey, run a back set, run a quick set, move the ball around, move your shot around, try something different because Barbara, she's read the Rekka book right now. And now Rekka needs to change.
Yeah, that's a really good point, especially in that bad corner. With that wind coming from that side, we saw a lot of players, a lot of right side players in our previous matches go behind a lot of the time to use that wind to their advantage. And so let's see if Rekka gives herself a different look at this approach, because just sometimes, like you said, just a little bit of different movement can create chaos on the defensive side as well. Barbara Seixas back at the line after securing 3 big digs and turning them here. And good leave from Rekka and an excellent timeout from Italy to earn the side out.
That serve was nasty. Goodness, that had some funk on it as it just kept floating and floating and floating and dropping into the wind.
Rekka goes down the middle, and that's an ace on the end line and a big point for Italy. Oh, they needed that one.
That post timeout could not have gone any better for Italy. You get 2 points in a row where there's only been 2 touches. You get a miss serve and you get an ace, and that ace wasn't particularly difficult, just the middle. It's a devil.
Carroll takes a look, chipping on the line, and it ricochets. Again, Gottardi making excellent reads at the net.
That's it, and that's the second time already that her soft block has been directed away from the awaiting defense of Rekka. And so it's been 2 unfortunate touches for Italy, 2 good breaks for Brazil.
Rekka, the set a little bit inside, and she goes right up the seam on the pulling Carroll.
I like the pull from Carroll. We haven't seen a ton of power from Rekka, and I really like that snap down the seam from Rekka. Just a good chess match being played in front of us.
Tough float serve, handled well. Carroll. Carroll absolutely detonating on that swing.
And that is the physicality of Carroll Salgado. We haven't seen a swing like that this entire match. Midway through the third set, she ain't tired yet.
Plenty of gas left in the tank for Carroll. Rekka, she takes a look. Pure as can be, Rekka down the line.
How smooth has that line shot been when she's been on this side? That has been just the well, and she's been going to it as much as she's been going to the angle on the other side.
What a serve! That one drops to the sideline in that bad corner. And so 2 aces here for Rekka Orsi in this third and final set.
And this is that composure. Who's the rookie? Rekka Orsi. What a response. Gives up 3 in a row to start this match, no problem. Let me help us get 5 out of the next 7 points to tie it up at 5 apiece.
Yeah, that speaks volumes. Barbara to the line. Rekka's on a run. Excellent touch. No chance. This time Carroll sets off the net. Trouble on the set. Orsi, she gets that one down, and so a run of points here for Italy.
And again, I thought Valentina was going to take that one on 2. Nobody home. Instead, she sets, and Rekka again puts it away. Lefty on the left. It's weird, it's dangerous.
Barbara opting to go behind here. And how about that cut shot? Just slicing it, just kissing it.
That cut shot almost comes back under the net. That's how sharp Barbara cuts that. Just filthy from Barbara Seychelles.
All tied up. 6 apiece. Reminder, this third and final set just to 15 points. The serve going to Valentina. She hasn't seen many in this third set. Oh, and it's a good touch from Carol, just not high enough for Barbara to chase it down.
You know, I like the idea to go at Valentina. Rekka had settled into this third set after coming out the gate struggling. I like the surprise attempt going at Valentina. It doesn't work, but I love the thought from Carol.
Good feet on the pass from Carol. She chips to the line. Rekka's on the run. Rekka poking to the deep corner. That one goes down. Excellent turn and burn from Rekka Orsi.
How many jumbo pokes have we seen from Rekka? She's jumbo poking from the right. She's jumbo poking from the left. And what I love about that play, I don't know what the defensive call was, but they both ended up being in the line. I don't know if that was a read from Rekka or a read from Valentina, but both of them so young, just picking up the offensive data, moving right into it.
Yeah, Rekka collecting all the data in those first 2 sets and beginning to turn that data into digs and turning those digs into transition swings and points, whether it's a poke or a swing. Excellent work from the youngster, and again, I have to keep going back to the composure, and it is so difficult when you struggle early in a set. How short can your memory be? Can you get yourself back into the game, get yourself back in the zone, in the flow, as we hear Top Gun on the speakers.
Well, when I think about who coached Rekka in her most formative years, you have John Mayer, the coolest, calmest cat there's ever been, and then Betsy Flint, a woman you can never, ever, ever count out. This year, coaching Betsy and Julia, I watched them come back from down 12-16, 11-17, more times than my poor heart cares to count. And Rekka's got that composure already.
Yeah, and these are the kind of games that build upon that composure and make it even better. Barbara, she's going behind. Takes that look. Rekka is there. High set, tough. It's over the net, and a little misdirection block there from Carol for the kill.
I love the idea from Valentina to go high and give Rekka a chance at the net. Few in the game better at this redirect block than Carol Salgado. Maybe Tina Gradina is the leader in the thrunk block. But Carol, just exquisite hands at the net as we have a battle of our 2 best blockers in the tournament.
So Brazil moving over to the bad side. Italy coming to the good side here. Italy holding on to a 1-point lead. Cross court, excellent vision this time. Barbara makes that move just a bit early. I think Rekka sees it.
I love the play call from Brazil, though, because on this side, Rekka has gone high line, high line, high line, and this was a late angle move, and Rekka just sees it. I like the defensive play call. It's just a better offensive shot from Rekka.
9-7, another shorty. That's going to land out a similar look. That serve that just works that sideline. Oh, boy.
Rekka's third ace of this third set alone. Again, hunting down the line of Barbara. She's in the toughest corner to pass.
Oh, and I like that serve to the middle. Carol and Valentina was diving Travis to that line. She wanted that one.
And she baited the exact swing she wanted. And credit to Carol for speeding up that arm swing, because a half a second slower, and that's coming right back down. And the lead's 11-7 instead of 10-8.
Carol making her way over to the left side of that end line. She slides to the middle. Rekka works to get out. It's another tight ball, and it's trying to recycle it high, but it's too deep, and it's a block for Carol Salgado.
What a tremendous block from Carol. As you said, Kyle, Rekka's trying to use the block of Carol just to get Valentina to cover, but instead Carol times the block and she throws it back. You can see with the hand she sends it deep enough so no cover's available.
9-10, Brazil down 1. Valentina a little bit off the net and somehow works some magic is Gottardi off the arms of Carol.
And Gottardi laughing, shaking her head. What a wholesome reaction. And true to form, that's just a preview of what we have coming up next with Sandra. Smiling Sandra Itlinger, one of the most wholesome players in the game. But that's a tough break for Brazil. Really nice snap from Valentina Gottardi. You don't see Carol miss that dig hardly ever.
That serve going long. That's what happens when that wind goes to your back. A little bit of extra mustard on that one.
And you hear the yes celebration from Barbara. I'd be celebrating anytime I got that freebie from Valentina as well, especially this late in the third set.
And, oh, Barbara returns the favor. That one going. Rekka wanted to play it, but she lets it go. Nicely done.
And Carol, credit to her asking for a touch on Rekka. It's always worth asking. Worst he can say is no.
Get the middle. Both players going for it. What a set from Carol. And Barbara poking it. Huge play here for Brazil.
That might have been the save of the match. That might be the pass of the match from Brazil. Both players leaving for the other to set and then both crashing into the seam. Excellent trouble play. This is one of those momentum plays, Kyle, where I think Brazil's got an earned point up the metaphorical sleeves.
Yes, 11-12. And Brazil earn one here. They go at Gottardi. And to the line goes Valentina Gottardi. Cool and calm.
Cool and calm. Just an excellent shot from Valentina. Now she put some height on it, enough where a lot of defenders could have ran that down, but it was so deep that there was no chance for Barbara.
13-11 for Italy. And Valentina again putting that one long. Adrenaline. You think some adrenaline pumping through her veins, Travis?
Just a little bit. Now that adrenaline is what leads her to some hot pocket bounces. Now the good news for Italy, you're switching into the good side. Here comes the rain yet again to close out this match. One side out, and it will be match point youngsters on the good side.
Oh, and that ball a little slippery, Travis. I could feel, you could feel it too. It's slippery and wet, and that's a little sticky in the hands of Valentina Gottardi.
And she wishes it was a little bit stickier because these balls, they get slick as Barbara fumbles it, just trying to pick it up to get her serve. And it is going to be interesting to see how this plays out. These are difficult conditions. The rain is pouring now from the Rio sky. Hand setting is no easy feat.
Service pressure staying on Rekka. Valentina going with the bump set. Cover. Excellent cover. Valentina with no one up. Barbara's there. Can Barbara find the sand? She can't. And there's a look. Barbara's doing such a good job dicing this ball up, but when this ball gets wet, Travis, it's hard to slice.
And players who are more dependent on shots and being wristy and snappy, it gets difficult for them in rainy conditions, just as it gets difficult for hand setters. This is where Brazil has a bit of an advantage. They are bump setters. That said, this is difficult, and Rekka misses wide.
Oh boy, the pressure mounting. The fans on their feet now here at Copacabana.
Fans don't care about the rain. They'll come through in any conditions out here in Brazil.
14-all. And Valentina trying to just poke it over, but it's a tight pass from Rekka.
And this is one of those difficult balls to play where it was a shooty pass into the net. Rekka tries to call the timeout. They called it at 3-0. Difficult conditions for Italy right now. Can they survive? Match point Brazil.
Deep float serve. And Carol lets Italy off the hook. Oh boy.
Now as the wind has come down, as the rain has come down, not the wind, the wind's been out here. As the rain has come down, the wind has died just a bit, so there isn't necessarily a good or bad side. It is just difficult conditions. This is beach volleyball, Kyle Friend.
15 all. Valentina, better serve this time. Barbara off the net. Valentina pulling. Can Rekka chase this one down? She does. Good job from Valentina to put that one in the court. Barbara walking that dog all the way across the net for the kill.
It does not get better than that from Barbara Seixas. I don't want to let that cut shot take away from the excellent defensive efforts from Italy, but Barbara, the nastiest cut shot there ever was.
And now Brazil have another match point, 16-15. That's oh my goodness. If Brazil loses this match, Travis, those two missed serves are going to haunt them.
2 match points, 2 missed serves for Brazil. There is life yet for Italy.
16 all. Thriller here on Stadium Court. Barbara takes a look. Oh, it's too good. So good from Barbara Seixas.
Just the teardrop cutty from Barbara Seixas. And as you said, Kyle, it's not easy to get excellent hand contact when these balls are wet and slick and heavy. And Barbara says, well, pardon me. I'll challenge that thought.
The serve dropping. Rekka to stay alive. She goes to the cut. Barbara's there. Down the middle, Rekka gets a big time dig.
No.
And I cannot believe it.